It's Monday. It's 12:30. It's time for Live and LinkedIn. It's the BizFest Takeover, and we have got 3 more amazing guests for you this week. And Gavin from BizFest telling us all about this amazing show that is happening very soon on the 1st of April. I'm thinking it's about 73 days, but I'm sure Gavin will tell us exactly how many days it is. Good afternoon, Gavin. How are you?
I'm very, very well. I love the way you said we've got 3 amazing guests and Gavin.
Wait, you're not a guest. You're not a guest. You're a co-presenter, buddy.
Oh, I suppose.
You've been elevated. You've been elevated. Look at that. Or demoted. Depends.
Demoted. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah. So how's life in BizFest land?
Oh, it's going amazingly. Last week we had, for this show, we had like a bit of a record week. We brought on 10 new exhibitors in the end, which was just absolutely fantastic. We've got around 30 stands left to sell, which, you know, being this point of where we are with the show is amazing. Such a nice feeling. Jamie is still stressing, of course, because we still have about 30 stands left to go, but he'd be stressing if we had no stands left to sell. So yeah, that's the way we are. And I just did a quick check as well, by the way. It's a little over 71 days until the show, until the doors open. So yeah, we're very excited.
No, absolutely. Not as excited as me and our amazing guests today. Any news on speakers? Have we got any decent speakers coming to talk at the event? You're allowed to tell me about.
We've got 5 amazing keynote speakers lined up, all of which have now been confirmed. We then also have a panel session. I'm going to hold out. I'm holding out. I want people to tune in next week, where I will definitely be able to give a little bit more insight. But we have 5 amazing keynotes. Brilliant. I can give you the structure of the day. So we're going to have 5 amazing keynote speakers on. They're going to be doing 30-minute sets each. Yep. And then we're going to have a panel session with 3 people on it. And that's going to be all around networking. So we're very, very excited about that. 30-minute slots. We were actually ending the speaking slots a little bit earlier this year as well. So last year we had them going literally up until the doors closed. From feedback, because obviously feedback from the visitors and from the exhibitors and from the speakers is really, really important. We decided that we would actually cut down the number of speakers we have so we can end it earlier, so we have more people out on the floor, more people visiting stands, more networking, more of that good stuff happening. Perfect. So yeah, very, very excited.
And talking of networking, we've got an event next week at Dartington Hall.
We certainly do. And anyone that's exhibited, of course, this is for a pre-show exhibitor-only networking event. We kind of coined that phrase last year. And obviously the feedback that we had on those events is absolutely amazing. So anyone that's kind of on the fence about maybe exhibiting and wants to take one of those last 30 or so stands that are left, if they do sign up, they kind of sign on the dotted line. They'll have an invite to the pre-show exhibitor-only networking event, which is on the 28th of January. At Dartington Hall. We're being hosted by the wonderful, wonderful Katie White and her team. So, and if you haven't been to Dartington Hall, it's fantastic. But what we're also doing is we're getting some training delivered there as well. So we're going to have some of our exhibitors delivering some really, really kind of on-point training, which will help with how they'll basically be able to kind of deliver themselves, if you will, at the show as well. So training, obviously, you're going to be delivering training in March, of course, which will be at the Mole Resort. So we've got another pre-show exhibitor-only networking event there. But also we've got another. I'm not going to spoil it. I might mention it next week. We've got another speaker as well next week. So yeah,
fantastic, brilliant, Dav. I've got 3 amazing people to bring into the room. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week. I can't wait to find out who those names are on the speaker list. So right, let's bring our new people in. Thanks, Gavin. You take care. Hello, everybody. How the devil are we?
Hi.
So we've got Tia, Adrian and Rebekah. Good afternoon to you guys. Now, first off, I'm going to go to each of you individually, and let's first of all speak to Tia. Who are you? What do you do?
So I am Tia. I am the director at 50minds. So we build custom AI and automation solutions for businesses. So make businesses more money by going in, looking at your systems, seeing where can be made more efficient, and then implementing those.
Fantastic. I think AI is going to be a hot topic today. Adrian, who are you? What do you do?
Hi, my name's Adrian Ferrari. I'm founder at the Bioasis. We take individuals, entrepreneurs and business teams off-grid into nature and take them on big adventures to rewild their thinking, getting them reconnected with nature to make better business decisions, improving teamwork, resilience, and thinking about their long-term strategy.
Fantastic. And finally, but by no means last, Rebekah, tell us all about who you are and what you do, please.
I'm Rebekah Gabrielle. I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm based in North Devon, but I do see people around the world. So I help people with limiting beliefs, anxiety, self-worth, relationships, giving up smoking, you name it, hypnotherapy can help. And it is easy. And I promise you, you won't be clucking like a chicken.
I love that. I love that because that's the preconception with hypnotherapy, isn't it? It's sort of like you see these stage acts. The famous guy who's everyone's thinking of right now. The name has gone out of my head. What's he called?
There's a few. So
go on, name him. Somebody name him.
Yeah,
that's it. Paul McKenna.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a well-known one. But yeah, I mean, I'd credit his work.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the thing is, our inner conscious, our inner mind is always there, isn't it? And what you do is you go in, grab hold of it, shake it up a little bit and get us seeing life properly. Is that a fair analogy?
What really happens, the subconscious mind is actually running the show, but our conscious mind doesn't believe it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to dig into that.
Yeah. If you look at it like a tip of an iceberg and all this stuff underneath that we don't know anything about. And then I talk to that and I create a better world for you inside and out.
Fantastic. Right. We'll get to you in just a second. I'm going to go back to Tia because I want to know a little bit more about AI because everyone's using ChatGPT and that's it. That's AI. That's all I need to do. What makes you different, Tia, please?
Well, I don't think I'd have a business if I just went in and use ChatGPT. I think people would be pretty disappointed if that's what I did. So what we look at when we're looking at AI in a business is completely different from how you're looking at it from a user perspective. So day to day, you log on to ChatGPT, you use it in a conversational way, use it to generate images, generate text, generate videos, etc. Now, where it sits in business is completely different. You want it to be sitting in the back end, helping in that way. So how can you use AI to make your business more efficient rather than everyone just using an AI tool? Yes, that can help, but the real magic happens when it's implemented into the back end processes and into the core processes of business.
No, perfect. And where do you actually start with all of this? Because we think we're using we're using something like ChatGPT and there's a million tools. But where do you actually start?
I would start by deleting the 1 million tools that you have and probably cancelling 99% of your subscriptions that all do the same thing. But no, I think a good place to start is looking at what your existing processes are. That's what we always do when we're looking at business, particularly, is looking at what you already do and how can AI be used to solve the problems that you currently have or things that are particularly slow. How can AI and automation help speed those things up rather than creating problems that don't exist and solving them with AI, with an AI tool that you've been sold? It's much easier to go, okay, what is my day-to-day problems? What takes up a load of my time? And is there something that can solve that? Is there an AI tool that already exists? Is there something that can be built that I can build using a low-code tool that can help with that? Because it's all very accessible now in how you can implement AI into your business yourself using low code. They make it so easy for you to be able to do it. It's all about just understanding what those pain points are that you have, which I'm sure if you just start to notice and write down what actually causes a lot of stress, pain and time in your day.
Yeah, no, brilliant. Absolutely superb. Adrian, do you use AI in your business?
Yeah, a little bit. Certainly for some research and also automation of certain workflows from for instance, sign up forms through to tagging certain people on CRMs. Whether it's AI or whether it's automation, it's probably not true AI, some of that, or certainly not at its most powerful, but automation, I suppose, is more what we use that for.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So you've got this off-grid adventure retreat. What is that? Let's go in. Who's your ideal client? What are we going to get when we come and jump around fields and trees and stuff?
Sure. So we're working on a 5,500 acre estate down in South Devon, and it has 1,200 acres of woodlands, wildflower meadows, salt marshes, river estuaries, and we've built 3 off-grid base camps, from which we deliver adventurous team building for individuals and groups, business teams, really with a view to connecting them with nature, getting them outside of that noisy office mayhem, constant distractions of Slack messages and phone calls and all the rest of it, and giving them time and space to think, surrounded by this amazingly inspirational landscape that is nature. And so we can do everything from a day team building, and a group will come to us for the day, and we will get them involved in canoeing or building catapults that catapult seed bombs over hedges, and delivering bushcraft sessions with evenings maybe and around the campfire, evening food, dinner, right the way through to residential retreats for C-suite executives to have that time and space to think about strategy for their business. We also have some leadership programs for upcoming sort of the next generation of leaders. So really it's about, we're solving the problems of burnout, stress, workplace kind of issues, and using nature to provide that tapestry for solving those things, as well as innovation as well. The worst place to try and come up with solutions for your business problems is in the office, surrounded by 4 square walls and sticky notes and whiteboards. Go for a walk, get outside in nature, sit under a tree and talk, and actually you'll find that the best business ideas come to you, and you think, where did that come from? But it's because you're not surrounded by an environment that is totally alien to inspiration.
I love that. We're all very lucky. We all live in Devon, don't we? So we've got this all the time. So I'm guessing a lot of your clients are coming from the smoke, aren't they? Yeah,
some come from London, certainly for the residentials, and Bristol and sort of Midlands, but Devon-based companies, away days. There is, I think, we are very lucky. I've lived in Devon for just over 26 years, and we are incredibly blessed with amazing landscapes. I suppose what we do is actively harness that and sort of, rather than just go out and have a walk, we're purposefully putting together that experience that then creates certain outcomes.
Yeah, fantastic. Rebekah, follow the eyes. How did you get into how did you get into hypnotherapy then, Rebekah?
Because I had it done myself, and it
right.
worked.
Okay. Oh, right. Brilliant.
It's simple as
brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, I do other stuff as well. I do other therapy. But hypnotherapy is something that's really worked for me.
Yeah, and is this?
And I can see the change in people near enough instantly.
Wow, that's incredible. Is this something you do just one-to-one?
Yes, it is just one-to-one, either online or face-to-face.
Yeah, and so you can actually do it online, so you don't have to. I don't have to travel all the way to North Devon.
No, a lot of my calls are on Zoom. I see lots of people in Australia because I used to live in Australia, so a lot of my clients are Australian as well.
Right. Okay. So does that mean you've got to get out really early, or are you working really late?
No, I stay up a little bit late. Yeah, we time
okay.
it. We time it. I can see them at the weekends as well. So
yeah, and do you obviously there's certain things you can and can't say confidentiality, but what sort of are the key issues that you're seeing people coming to you for or going to hypnotherapists for?
I specialize in relationships and self-worth, anxiety, and smoking, funnily enough.
Right.
It worked for me for I had some addiction to chocolate, and it just helped me get rid of that.
Fantastic. So every time you see a bar of chocolate,
I no longer crave chocolate.
I was going to say, do you do a chicken dance every time you see a bar of chocolate?
No, I just don't have that need. I don't have that need to go and get chocolate. It's just, it's dissipated. And, I've had a very stressful time. And, when you're stressed, what do? You either have a glass of wine or you drink chocolate, have chocolate or something. But no, it just switches off that switch in your brain.
That's incredible. Okay, so
and with relationships, I listen to people's self-worth.
Okay, so I run a networking event. Adrian came on Friday, and a lot of people don't like networking events. They get very anxious and worried about going to them. Is that something I could come and see you for?
Yes. I wouldn't work on that particular subject. I would work on why the anxiety is there and probably regress you to when the first anxiety happened, and then we'll take it from there.
Right. And how long does a typical session last?
$60 minutes, give or take 5 or 10 minutes.
Yes, it's not something that's like a 10-week program.
Well, it depends. It does depend on why people come to see me. I mean, if they've got a bigger thing going on in their world and in their subconscious that we do have to have more sessions, I always say, let's have 4 sessions first, and then we can take it from there. If someone wants to give up smoking, I can actually help them in 24 hours. And then if someone's got self-esteem issues, then it's something more that we have to look in deeper to. Because self-esteem issues is always going back to the childhood, and then we bring it back to today.
Fantastic. That's incredible. I have had some hypnosis, and I totally agree. It is an amazing thing. Okay, so we are all exhibiting at this amazing thing called BizFest. Thea, I know that you've done it before. So why did you do it last year, and why have you already signed up to come back again? What are you looking forward to?
So last year there was me and one other person in the business. I just made my first hire, and I actually had to get a grant to be able to afford the stand on BizFest, and so that was like a massive investment at the time, and I was really nervous that it wasn't going to be, because I had this like pot of money, this grant, and I was like, oh, what should I do with it? What should I do with it? This could be make or break. And I 100% made the correct decision with
that's great to know.
Doing it at BizFest. It got me a load of leads, to be honest, even just directly from it, but also like the brand visibility that I got from it was great as well. So now we're grown and ready to come back, and weirdly our message is still kind of the same despite AI changing so much. What we're doing is very much the same, but we're back, and we're looking forward to meeting loads of new people and potentially seeing some old faces as well. I think it's going to be bigger and better than last year somehow, but
it will be. And I think the thing is going to these events, you actually get to say hello to people. And some of them are already your customers and already coming up to like, oh, it's great to finally meet you or to catch up with you and stuff like that. So superb. Adrian, why are you investing in a stand?
Yeah, sure. I went last year just as a punter, having a wander around and sort of check it out just from interest point of view, but also with a view potentially to is this something that I want to invest in as a company? And from both perspectives, it was good. Made some really good contacts and had some really good conversations with people, and I think it's a positive. I'm very sort of positive, forward-thinking kind of guy, and I just like the positivity about it. And you can't beat talking face to face with one another, and people do business with people they like, and you get to meet people so much better than on a screen, and generally, we're really, really excited about bringing what we do. We've got some ideas for some interesting stand upgrades that we're currently kind of pondering through. But yeah, no, we're looking forward to it really, and just an opportunity to get our name out there a bit more and meet some people and help, I suppose, support entrepreneurs and small businesses as well as bigger businesses in how spreading that nature connection message and how that can be a good thing for individuals but also businesses as well. So
yeah, no, absolutely, and that's the other thing that Gavin and Jamie have created is there's this community now of people that are exhibiting and going to BizFest. We're all friends and helping each other, so that's absolutely superb. Rebekah, why did you sign up? There's a bit of a delay up in North Devon. Rebekah, why did you sign up? Why did you sign up?
I signed up for many reasons. Firstly, obviously, I've only been living in North Devon 18 months, so I want to get my name out there. I used to be an event organizer, so I know how wonderful the events work. That's my dog growling in the background. And yeah, I like to talk to people. I'm not a social media buff. I, put the odd post out there, but I think you can't beat good old fashioned face-to-face conversation.
Yeah, and we're going to get an awful lot of those. Talking about good old-fashioned face-to-face. Michal, nice to see you. We had a little bit of a problem trying to get on LinkedIn, but you're here now, so good to see you. And Gavin is saying, thank you, Tia, for your kind words, and also Adrian, and I'm sure he's going to drop another one in a second. I'm going to mute you so that the dog doesn't take over the show. But we'll bring you back on when we ask you another question. So the misconceptions of what you do, I want to dig in now. So misconceptions with AI, Tia.
There are none. Everyone's got it bang on. I think the obviously there's loads of misconceptions, loads of different opinions. And I think there's so much noise out there when it comes to AI, and it's really hard to know sort of where to look, and especially when it comes to business owners, like it is an absolute minefield of what to be considering. So I would say probably the biggest thing that I would point out for business owners at the moment would be, I think that one thing I'd recommend is having something scalable, in the sense of, if your infrastructure is scalable, if you've got processes written down, if you know what your business does, that makes it so much easier for AI and automation to then accelerate that. Whereas if you're running a business, it's a bit messy, it's a bit all over the place, you haven't got any standard operating procedures, everything kind of just happens off the fly and off of vibes, then bringing AI into that is almost going to just accelerate the chaos. So that would be my biggest misconception, is that you can throw AI into any business and it can just accelerate it beautifully. It's not always going to be an amazing acceleration if it's accelerating something that's not so well.
Yeah, I love that. And I guess there's a lot of people watching, listening to this are thinking, yeah, some of my processes, I just do it on the fly. And so, yeah, that's a great one. Misconceptions about what you do then, Adrian?
I would say it's probably the biggest one is that it's, people think of outdoor, adventure or team building as a kind of reward, and perhaps they can't afford the time, or they don't think the outcomes are going to be worth taking that time because they've got too much in the office to deal with. There are too many emails coming in, too many phone calls, and can't afford the time out of the office. And I see again and again that actually completely the reverse of that is true, that if you take the time out of the office, it puts everything else into perspective and enables you to actually just get some perspective and time and space to think. And so when you go back to the office, everything is just so much clearer. And I think, surrounded by ancient trees or, salt marshes or whatever it might be, actually being strategic about supposedly not thinking about work is actually the best thing you can do for thinking about work.
Yeah.
And so I think, yeah, a lot of people come at it and think, oh, that would just be a nice fun thing to do, whereas actually we should be thinking about that's a strategic thing that we should be doing in order to get better at business.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, because we all have an amazing eureka moment in the shower or when we're walking down by the seafront. So yeah, why not accelerate that? I love that. I love that. Rebekah, I'm going to unmute you. I hope your dog hasn't savaged you underneath the table or something. So what are your misconceptions that people have when they're talking about hypnotherapy?
So you're lagging again, so I'm lagging. So can you ask that question again?
Yeah, misconceptions for what are misconceptions that people have about hypnotherapy?
Well, there's one major misconception that hypnotherapy will make you cluck like a chicken. We covered on that earlier, but there's others. People are scared that I might change their mindset into something completely different. That people think that that they're going to fall asleep. But you don't actually fall asleep. You just have your eyes shut and you drift away. A lot of people say to me, oh, you can't hypnotize me. I've got too much of a stronger brain. But it's not actually, I'm not forcing people to do it. That people just sit there and relax. We are being hypnotized every day when we watch television, but we don't actually realize it.
Yeah. Scrolling through our social media.
Yeah, that's the worst one.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Well, so we've, like I said, in the green room before we started, the time is going to fly by. It has done. I'm just going to come round to each of you after I've introduced next week, just to say, look, how we can get hold of you. So next week I have got in the room Sarah, Keisha, Ann, and Jane. And they're going to come and talk to us about what they're up to and why they're coming to BizFest. So that's next week at 12:30 here on LinkedIn and Facebook. So back to our amazing guests. How do we get hold of you, Tia?
If you go to 50minds.com, or if you type in Tia Collard on LinkedIn, I've got a bright blue background and you'll see my face.
Fantastic. Adrian, how can we get hold of you?
Yeah, so I'm on LinkedIn too, and our website is thebioasis.com.
Brilliant. And finally, Rebekah, how do we get hold of you?
Gabrielle.com, Rebekah spelt with a K, or if you put Rebekah Gabrielle North Devon, I will come up.
Fantastic. Guys, you've been absolutely wonderful today. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry about the lag up in North Devon, but I am in East Devon, so it's an awful long way to come, isn't it? But thanks ever so much indeed. Goodbye.
Cheers. Bye.
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 Thank you so much for watching or listening to my show this week. I want to bring to you people that can help us running our business. I love having a chat. I'm very nosy, very curious, and I'd love to ask questions. So if you want to be a guest, or if you've got some ideas for guests, let me know. And if you want me to help you with your LinkedIn, get in touch, because I want to give you a voice. Now, that could just be using LinkedIn, but I do other things as well. So I can help you with a podcast, a live show, and all kinds of other amazing things. So get in touch. My name is Ashley Leeds. I'm the 15-minute guy, and you can find me on LinkedIn.